that's delicious. I shouldn't swear, I'm sorry. Geez, gee whiz, that's delicious. A highball may sound like a fancy cocktail, but it's actually a very simple 2-ingredient mixed drink. In fact, my first 2 highball experiences were anything but classy. The first involved drinking a lot of rum and Diet Coke at a house party after I saw the Rolling Stones in Anaheim with my father, and the second involved drinking multiple 7-in-7s at a dive bar with my speech and debate coach, which is how I ended up ruining a pair of Uggs in the year of our Lord 2007. The highball is the perfect drink for these times because it only has 2 ingredients, it can be made with almost any booze, and it's delicious. I mean, you've probably had multiple highballs before. 7-in-7, scotch and soda, vodka soda, rum and coke, whiskey ginger, and gin and tonic. Those are all highballs, and they're all super easy to make. But there are a few pitfalls that you have to look out for. First, you need some good ice, and by that I just mean don't use the ice that comes out of your freezer, because unless you clean those lines yourself all the time, that ice is disgusting. I usually just freeze some big cubes and ship them if I need to, but if you really want to like maximize your highball experience, particularly if you're making one with fancy scotch, I would recommend trying to make it clear ice using directional freezing. I'm not going to explain that here because it's a whole thing, but check out Camper English's blog on the subject. It's very informative, and yeah, he'll teach you how to make really beautiful clear ice. So take some ice cubes. They're big like this. What I do, put them in a bag, wrap it in a kitchen towel, and thwack it. Take it out of the bag and put it in a highball glass. This is my favorite one because I'm a Leo. I don't know if that was clear. This leads me to my next point, which is use good mixers. If you're gonna make a whiskey ginger, for example, use a ginger beer that has actual ginger in it. Reed's is good, but so is Cock and Bull, which I couldn't find because we're in a crisis. If you're gonna make a rum and coke, don't use Diet Coke like I did. Though Diet Coke is perfect on its own, it's absolutely disgusting in a mixed drink situation. Look for Mexican Coke, which has real sugar and is delicious. If you're gonna do a gin and tonic, I like Fever Tree. Couldn't find any of that, but maybe you'll have better luck. If you're gonna make a 7-in-7, there's only one choice. Nothing can be done about that, but that's okay. Also, this kind of goes without saying, but you should probably use good booze since there's not a lot to obscure it. By good, I just mean something, you know, that doesn't come in a plastic jug. Finally, you should probably measure. I'm not saying that measuring my Diet Coke and Captain Morgan would have kept me from making out with my very tall friend Peter. That was part of my journey that night. But it would have prevented me from drinking a solo cup that was half Diet Coke and half spiced rum, and that would have been a positive. So maybe at least measure it first to get like an idea of how much of each you should be adding to the glass. A pretty classic proportion is 2-ounce booze, 3-ounce not booze. In this case, we're gonna let's do a whiskey ginger. I've got some Irish whiskey. Almost there. And you dump that in. Then you take your ginger beer. And we're gonna do 3 ounces of that. So, glug, glug, glug. And then you just wanna lightly stir, just like that. If you really want to, you can add a strip of some sort of citrus zest, like lemon or lime. Yeah, I don't think it needs it. Anyway, have a few of these, then pick a fun quarantine activity, like trimming your bangs. That's what I need to do. See you around. I know how to use a straw, guys. Like that. That's how a human drinks with a straw.